On Saturday, me and the kitty cat went up Signal Hill in St. John's here, and the view from up top this hill is just spectacular. Looks out right over the ocean and the narrows that the harbor opens up through. There's a tower up here called Cabot Tower. It's the hill was used for a lot of different things over the years. Defenses along the coastline, and the kitty cat got up in a windowsill. She was on my shoulder when I was leaning against the wall and climbed right up there. She attracted the attention of some staff around there who asked me, like, or I had to explain to them she's with me. She's not just a stray running around, because they they were worried that she was just a stray. And apparently there's foxes and maybe even coyotes who live in the little bit of woods around here. So so after hiking around there for a while to tire the kitty out and take in the view, I headed down into downtown to play a little bit of music again. I played on Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, and Sunday afternoon. And it's just a beautiful city. Really well set up, and bright, colorful, painted buildings. I love it. And the harbor is right downtown. Cruise ships come there from all over the world. I got quite a bit of American money while I was playing this weekend from tourists, I guess. And when I was done playing Saturday afternoon, I felt like checking out a local pub, so I went into a place called Broderick's on George Street, and they gave me such a pile of food I couldn't finish it all. I usually like to clean my plate to get my full money's worth when I buy food at a restaurant, but this pile of fish and chips that they gave me, gravy and dressing on the side, I couldn't finish it all. It was impressive. So I spent Saturday night parked down the street by just in a plaza parking lot, and woke up Sunday and did it all again. We walked around a little side park called Kenny's Park Pond. That's just a little trail around a little pond right downtown. And then after I tired the kitty cat out a little bit more again, I went downtown, did it all again, and played a set that I am really proud of. Like, I pulled out some songs that I haven't played in quite a while, and really, really enjoyed myself. I'm gonna post that right after this video. And then I figured it's Sunday afternoon. I'm gonna start heading back down the road westward now. I didn't really want to stay in the city past the weekend. I felt lucky to have some nice weather anyways for driving, so I headed off westward again. Every day lately it's rained a little bit overnight and then into the morning, and then it clears up around noon. So I got quite lucky for my time in the city that every afternoon it was just a little bit good weather for getting out playing. I almost got rained on, like, just a little bit today on Sunday when I was playing, but it was a sun shower. The sky was bright and there was rain coming down on a sunny day, so I quickly looked up the lyrics for CCR's Have You Ever Seen the Rain, and I played that one while the sun shower was coming down, and it was just perfectly fitting for the moment. I headed west now, hit a little bit of construction leaving the city, but then smooth sailing from there. Called up my uncle in Albert's Cove, and I'm gonna stop in to see him again on the way through. And I've made up my mind now about what route I'm gonna take back to Ontario. I'm not gonna go up through Labrador. I'm gonna go back to Channel Port aux Basques and get on the same ferry that I took to get here, and then head back through Cape Breton and Nova Scotia. And I'm gonna do it that way because I found out that I have a cousin living in Halifax, my cousin Mikey. So I'm gonna pop in and see him. I haven't seen him in a couple of years. I only really see him at the family get together around Christmas at cousin Bobby's. But it'll be nice to pop in there, and it gives me a good reason to decide on the route that I'm taking. My uncle out west called me again, telling me I really gotta head out Alberta, British Columbia way, and that he can set me up with work out there, so the journey might not end back in Ontario. I might just take a little break there and keep going and go out there to find some good paying work. It's hard to say. I've got a lot of opportunities open to me, and I really just have to choose one and stick with it. But for now, I'm just gonna slowly make my way back westward. Playing a few good sets here in St. John's really brought my mood back. I forget sometimes to just play for myself, to keep in practice, and also just that playing music, it is good for the soul. It really is. Getting out there singing on the sidewalk and making some people smile, it got me back into the good mood again. Just because I'm turning around doesn't mean that I have to hurry back home. I'm gonna really just keep taking my time the way that I did on my way out here, and keep hitting towns and playing music. And since I'm backtracking, really, I can stop in a lot of different places that I skipped over on my way east. Yeah, I don't need to hurry anyways. But so as I got leaving St. John's, I realized I'm pretty much out of gas and stopped at the next off-ramp that I could find to a gas station. Ended up in a little place called Holyrood. And then as I was in the gas station figuring things out, I wasn't sure where to camp for the night. I thought that I might make it all the way back to Albert's Cove. But I got looking at the map and saw that there's a nice spot to go for a walk right nearby. Place called George Cove Mountain Lookout Point. And since the kitty cat only got kind of a boring little walk around the pond this morning, I wanted to get her out for another good walk. So after we filled up on gas, I headed up to this lookout point, which you'll see in a minute here. It's such a well done spot. They've built a staircase up the entire side of the mountain, and the view is unbelievable. Looks out over Conception Bay, and just unbelievable. I guess you'll see in a minute. It was a little bit foggy on my way up the hill, But once I got up there, the winds really picked up and it blew all the fog away and I could see for miles. There's so many cool spots like this, you just have to get off the main highway to see them. I think that was just the mountain on the left of the screen there a second ago. That's where I'm parked for the night here anyways, in the parking lot of the lookout point. Not a very big parking lot, so I hope there aren't too many people show up in the morning, or I'm taking up one of the very few spots that there are to park here. But so far, while I've been here, only one other person's showed up, a mother who had their kid with them, and the kid just did not want to go up the mountain. I feel kind of bad for her because when I got back down to the truck, I had the Jimmy legs like shaking from the effort. Like, it's not a very long walk, but when every single step is a step up the staircase, it's it wears you out quick. It's a pretty well built staircase. I I got to give props to whoever carried all this lumber up here to build it, because there's no way they were getting even a four-wheeler with a trailer up it. The kitty cat did all right climbing. She gets distracted easily though, and on trails like this, it's a little bit better when it's real tight bush on both sides. So, like, when we go to parks where it's wide open, she really easily gets distracted. But she climbed up there like a champ. It's one strong little kitty cat. Ain't no weak little house cat. She climbed up the side of this bent over fallen tree, and she was having a little bit of a hard time figuring out her way to get down, but I wasn't gonna help her. She got herself into the mess. She could get herself out. The bark was peeling off underneath her feet, but she managed. The stairs just keep going and keep going. And then eventually the stairs stop and it's just rough rock to climb up. I needed that handrail to get there. And then once I was up there though, the view was just amazing. From one hill to another in this video, both with spectacular views. That's Conception Bay right there. It was a little bit foggy at first, but yeah, the wind picked up and gave me even better of a view. Amazing spot. Had to be careful though, 'cause it is a cliff on the edge.